All right, boys and girls, fellow 2K25 golfers and community, this is it. This is the announcement we have all been waiting on. It is the announcement of the second annual Revn Cup. Revn Cup 2025 is officially here. It's officially open for signups. What this video is going to do is kind of walk through, let's say maybe even how to sign up, what it's going to consist of, and I'm also going to do a little bit of a sneak peek of each course. Okay, so that way you kind of get some thoughts behind what I was thinking when I was designing, and we'll kind of go from there. But please, if you ever watch one video of mine and you want to play in this is the one to watch. So first, let's talk about what is Revn Cup, and then we'll I'll show you the Discord, and then we'll go through some courses. Okay, but midway through, I'm gonna have to actually swap consoles, so there may be 3 or 4 minutes, maybe less than that, me swapping consoles, because I made some courses on PlayStation back in 2K23, and I made some courses on Xbox in 2K25, and when you import them over, anyway, you'll see. So, first thing, what is Revn Cup? It is what it is. It's a tournament that I put on. It's what it is. It's a tournament that I put on. I did one last year, like around November, December time frame for 2K23, for two reasons. One, because the game was about on its. No, actually, you know what? It was okay. It was being played quite a bit, but it was still, we needed something a little fresh to keep things going, and I don't believe TGC was active at that point yet. I don't think. Anyway, that, and also it was a donation or fundraiser. So the way it works, or way it worked, in oops, the wrong. Sure, I'm still doing. Sorry, I hit my keyboard. The way it worked in last year in 23. Or 2K23 rather. Any prize money that I gave, or for the contest, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. I matched that with a donation to the Angel Tree Foundation for Christmas for underprivileged kids. I did that. So that was my do good of the year. So I'm not doing that this year. It's just going to be strictly money up for grabs for the community. The tournament is open. Okay, it's not by invite only. It's if you want to play, you can play. As long as you sign up and go through what has to happen, you can play. There is no invitation. There is no, well, you have to be at least this rank in TGC, or you don't even have to play TGC. If you just play casually and you want to play, you can play. So Revn Cup is this year. This is what it is. 4 events, 4 weeks, so 1 event per week, and then an overall leaderboard. So there'll be 4 tournaments within the big tournament. Okay, so it's going to start the Saturday after Labor Day here in the U.S. For those of you that are not in the U.S. and don't know what Labor Day is, the first event will take place starting Saturday, September the 6th. Okay, Saturday, September the 6th is when it will start. It's on the TGC timeline. So about, what is it, 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, whatever it is. It'll be the same as TGC. So the first event will be Saturday, September 6th, and then that will end on the next Saturday, and the next one will pick up. Okay, so it'll be 4 weeks, 4 events, 1 overall winner, but we'll have a winner for each event, or we'll have our podium for each event, and then we'll also have our overall champion for Revn Cup 2025. Okay, the 4 courses. Last year in 2K23, there were just two courses. People enjoyed it, especially myself, watching people struggle. People enjoyed it, and it was kind of a do-good thing, and so I've expanded it for this. So instead of 2 courses, we're doing 4. Like I said, 4 events, 4 tournaments, 4 courses, all of which are courses that I have designed. So I've designed them, I've set everything up, and before we get too deep into this, I have play tested, I promise you, I have play tested every course with the conditions that I have set up. So everything's already set up. I've play tested it. We'll get into it. But there's not going to be anything that is going to be like impossible challenges, but it's going to be tough. Some of them are going to be tough. So without further ado, that is Revn Cup. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you Discord and how that's going to work. Okay. Let's go here. All right. So right here we have, this is the Discord, and what I'm going to do is I'll put a link. I'll put a Discord link in the description of the video down below. Just click on it and join. If for whatever reason that link does not work, I think they expire after a week or so. If that link does not work, let me know in the comments and we'll work something out. Or I think you're able to search for, I'm not a huge Discord guy, but I think you can search for servers, I believe. Revn's Reign. This is that. Revn's Reign is the oops. Here we go. Revn's Reign. Revn's Reign is the Discord name. Okay, and I will put a link to this, down below. So what you'll do, you'll join the Discord, and you'll see this is just the general text channel. You can see here. This has some things going back in the 2K23. Last year, last Revn Cup, I think I had about 100 people. I think it was about 100 from all skill levels. This year I'm going for 150. If I can get 150, that would be great. Oops. So, again, it's not during TGC. That's one thing I wanted to make sure. It's not during TGC, so it's going to fill a little bit of the gap in that competitive atmosphere. And there's no cut. There is no cut, and there is no deadline to play, the first 2 events by Wednesday night or whatever. Right? Just play when you can. And you don't have to, if you're on vacation or something pops up, you don't have to, play in one event. Okay. You just obviously will be, let's say, DQ'd, so to speak, from the overall event, from the overall leaderboard, but you can still play in the other events and see if you can win some prize money. Anything else along that line? I don't think so. Yeah. So, all right. You join the Discord here, and this is important. The first thing, this is very, very important, because I'm not going to scroll through here and find people that aren't doing this. Come to signups. This text channel right here. Come to signups. Okay, so you'll enter here. Obviously, you see all this. When you get to signups, this is important because it helps me get organized. I'm not going to try to find you. Go to signups. You can see how it works right here. Put your gamer tag or PlayStation username or Steam name, whatever name appears on the leaderboard. And then also next to that, your platform you're playing on. It would be Xbox, PlayStation, PC, whatever. And the reason I'm asking for your console is just in case someone wants to play. If they're bored one night and they've already played it on PlayStation, hey, I want to play it again on Xbox or whatever. And I see two of the names, or two of the same names on the leaderboard because it's cross-play societies. I need to know which platform I am looking at for the scores, okay? This right here is very important. I will not try to find you, okay? Go to signups, user or leaderboard name, platform. And then I'll put you onto the roster. I haven't done it yet, but I'll start typing in people as we go in the roster, and I'll kind of update the roster as we get going. That way you can verify if you are in or not thus far. The next channel down, announcements. This will just be for general announcements like, hey, something happened here, or try this, or whatever. Just a general information dump. All right. This is a funny picture of bot. All right. This one right here, Revn's Rain Society. So this is the third important thing. Okay, first, join the Discord. 2, do the signups, like I said. 3rd, it's gonna run out of my society, and don't worry, it's not a society that is always there. Okay, as soon as Revn Cup is done, the society is done until I maybe pick it back up later. I'm not sure, but all the events will run through the society, so you have to join the society in order to play. This is just as a reminder. Hey, join the society, and I may put some society notes in here. I am going to have a test event 2 weeks before it actually kicks off, just so that way there's no bugs or no weird timing that's not been allowed for, whatever. I'm going to do a test event, so I'll put those details in this Revn's Rain Society channel. Leaderboard, I'll try to do one maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, and then one obviously at the end of the event, just to kind of let people know how they're doing. Okay, so the leaderboard will be posted right here. This next one is very, very important. Very important. These are the prize rules. Okay, this is going to go over what prizes are available. I'm going to move my head up here. This is going to go over what prizes are available and how to verify them, or how I will verify them. Now, I will be an absolute stickler for the validation. An absolute stickler. Why? Because it's my money. And we'll just leave it at that. So the first prize, or one of the prizes available to everybody. For every hole-in-one, you'll get a $10 Amazon gift card. I think last year I gave out like $50 for that. There's 5 of them. So yeah, every hole-in-one, you get an Amazon gift card. For every hole out from 210 yards or 192 meters, $10 Amazon gift card. And then third, any putt made from 85 feet or 26 meters, $5 Amazon gift card each. And they all have the same validation, okay? In order to validate one of these 3, again, this is non-negotiable. You must have a video clip for proof. A scorecard that just says, look, it's a hole-in-one. Not going to cut it. You got to have a video clip for proof. And also the event stat page won't cut it either, where it's like, well, it says here I had 1 ace this event. Nope, not going to cut it. And the clip, you must have 6 to 10 seconds before you hit the golf shot. Okay. A 6 to 10, there's some gray area there, but there must be at least 6 seconds before you hit that golf shot. Okay. That's non-negotiable. My suggestion, because streaming now is so easy. You can stream from your Xbox. You can stream from your PlayStation. PC can stream, I'm sure, as well. Very easy. Stream it. If you stream it and you have VODs on, it's very easy to verify that. But again, this is non-negotiable. I think last year with these 3 prizes, I want to say I gave out like $110. I think it's about $110. Maybe call it 100. Okay. So those are for every round, every event. These 3. All right. Also, if your hole-in-one is longer than 210 or 192 meters, then the prize will not be combined. You'll just get one prize. Okay. Already talked about streaming. Highly encouraged to do so. The winners. Okay. So these 4 here. So for each event, first place will get a $15 Amazon gift card, and second place will get a $10 Amazon gift card. The overall winner. So when all the scores are added up across all 4 events, the overall winners or podium. The winner will get $25 Amazon gift card. Second place $15, and then third place $10. Okay, this is a little legal note, tongue in cheek, but this is a legal note here. So any prize winnings are going to be subject to my approval. Again, it's my money, so you're gonna have to verify it. Okay. If I think it's something fishy that happened, nope. But like I said, I think I gave out like close to $250 last year for everything. I'm pretty sure it was something like that. So prize winners just at my approval. Okay. And then this last bit goes over count back and how it works for ties on the podium. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You can read that later. So that's the prize rules. Okay, just so we're aware, hole-in-ones, hole-outs, and very long putts. That's always on. Okay. Let me go back here. Here it is. Go back down here. Okay. All right. And then underneath, you'll see this. This is where you will post your prize-winning clips. Right here. Again, I'm not going to. Don't email me them. Don't say, hey, check out my VOD here. Or don't point me in the right direction. This is where it goes. If it's not in this channel, I will not look. I will not see it. I will not look for it. So again, it's my money. Put it here. Makes the license streamlined. Okay. These are all your clips. This channel here, I'm gonna put this video in this channel. So that way you can go back and reference it. It's going to be the course overviews and also just me talking through some of the details about the signups and whatnot. And then if you do want to stream, or highly encourage to stream, just put your stream here in stream links and promote it that way. That way also to tell me, hey, you are playing my event. I might tune in and watch. And if I actually see, if I see it live, you winning a prize, you don't have to validate. I've seen it, okay. But I would still highly recommend you put it in the channel, just for, let's say, record keeping purposes. Okay. So that's it. Okay, that's the Discord. Discord link in the bottom, and that's how it's going to be structured. It's pretty much the same as last time. All right. So now let's get into course overviews. Okay. All right. Like I said, it's gonna be 4 courses. This course here is the only one I made on Xbox. Okay. The other 3 were made on PlayStation. So after I go over this course briefly, I'm going to swap consoles. I'll keep recording. I'm going to swap consoles and go over the PlayStation ones, okay? So, the grand reveal. We have. Okay. But I don't want to continue. New local. Okay. Actually. No, okay. We're going to do this first. Okay. So, this will be the second course. This will be the second course. Okay, this will be Wildcat Hills. Okay. I don't want to go back and forth though. I want to do this. Let's see. Stand by. Stand by. How do I want to do this? I want to be able to do a flyover as well. Hold on. You know what? Yeah, let's just do it this way. Okay. We are going to do this. Okay. We're going to swap consoles. 1 second. I'm hoping I don't have to unplug and plug back in my audio extractor. That'll save me about 10 seconds. Let's see. Please, please, please. Cross your fingers. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, there we go. We're good. Alrighty. Let's go this way. This will just save me some time to edit and going back and forth and that kind of stuff. It'll save me some time, thankfully. Sorry for this. It's just amateur streamer. Amateur streamer. But I am stoked to get this started though. It was so much fun. The last Revn Cup, watching people play, it was oh, it was so cool. There was a lot of really, really good shots, a lot of really bad shots. Come on. All right, here we go. Let's go here. All right. First course is Wildcat Mountain. Wildcat Mountain is going to be the first course. I'm not going to tell you the conditions. I have them all. I'm not going to tell you the conditions, okay? So if you want to practice round, hey, I encourage it. Especially in the last 2 courses, you're going to need it. So, this is Wildcat Forest, okay? This is my design. I made this. This is mine. Okay, so what's going to happen, the way it's going to work, the first course is going to be fairly easy, fairly gettable. There's going to be some tough stuff, but this is a welcome, okay? This is a nice handshake. Welcome to Revn Cup. As we progress in course 2 and 3 and 4, as we progress, it's the difficulty is going to get ramped up. Okay, it's going to get ramped up. I will tell you the last event, the last round 3 and 4 of event 4, the goal was about 3 under par. Okay, I want it to progressively get more difficult. So what I'll do is I'll just do like a brief flyover, tell you a little bit about, hey, watch out for this, watch out for this. But this is just going to be an introduction and go from there. So here you have, oops, this is our standard opening tee shot here. This is going to be your opening tee shot for Revn Cup. So this course, as you can see, I've made pretty generous fairways. I've made, again, I want this setup to be a little bit on the easier side. There are some greens that are somewhat tricky, but nothing that's crazy. This hole is probably my favorite hole in the course, this par 3. I just think this hole turned out really nicely. I like this hole. Yeah, so nothing of note here. Just, I will tell you this. I will tell you this, and write this down. Even on this course, with the other courses, and I'll probably say this a few more times as we go through. If you miss the fairway on my courses, good luck. Keep the ball in play. And also, I'll keep saying this as we go as well. Not every hole is going to be designed or set up with conditions or just difficulty. Not every hole is designed to be a birdie hole. Sometimes par is good enough, unless you hit a miraculous shot, which that can happen. You can hit a phenomenal shot, or you make a long putt or something. But not every hole is designed to be an automatic birdie hole, or even just a decent birdie hole. Par is a good score. I am going to challenge your patience. Maybe not so much this course, and I'll probably say this even more as we go. I'm going to challenge your patience. You're going to fail. I promise you. I promise you, no matter how much I say this, you guys are going to fail at least once. You're going to go for something you probably shouldn't, and your ball's going to be at an impossible spot, and you're going to be cussing me all night. And that's what I want. I expect it. I expect it. Just be aware. This is a pretty easy tee shot. Again, you can see wide fairways. Now, some things that I put in place, like this pond right here, you're not going to know if it's in play or not unless you play a practice round. I know 100% because I play tested it I don't know how many times. I know if this pond ever comes into play or not. You don't. You don't because you haven't played it or haven't hit a shot over here. Based off the conditions that I set it up, you're not going to know if this is going to be in play or not unless you play practice rounds. And then even then you may not. But some things I put in place to either distract you, trip you up, or just make you think. I want you to think. It's not going to be brain dead point A to point B. You're going to have to think. And that's what I enjoy, so that's what you're going to have to endure. Again, pretty wide fairway here, as you can see. Nothing crazy. Also, I've designed these to be I said it a lot last year. I think a good course design, it goes by the rule of 6. You have 6 easy holes, relatively speaking, 6 easy holes, 6 average holes, and then 6 pretty difficult holes. Okay, and each course has that, but those will change each round depending on pin location and conditions. And I've play tested it enough to know, hey, hole 3 in round 2 is going to be easy. Hole 3 in round 4, very difficult. So like it can change, and that's on purpose. Okay, hole 5, and this right here is a prime example. See how this loops around? Everything kind of cants back to the left to keep it in play. Now, if you miss it right, this is out of bounds. Okay, but you can see this cants to the left. Does this bunker come into play? I mean, it's only, what, 365 yards? And you're downhill 75 feet. Does this come into play? Especially with the conditions? Where, like, does it just feed on down to it? I know if it does or not. It's up to you to find that out. Then we have just a segmented green here, hole 6. This is one of my favorite holes as well in this course. Kind of a straightaway par 4. Nothing crazy. Now, like some holes, this is a prime example. Like the hole up front, the hole is drivable. The hole back here, maybe not so drivable, because what will happen is, does this ball go down the slope and go off the green? I know if it does or not. Find out yourself. Okay, par 3. Back up the hill, and then we come up through the chute here. Average length par 5. Coming through the chute. Turns to the right slightly. And a pretty benign green. Now, some of these shadows, some shadows, especially in the later rounds of the later courses, they're there on purpose. They're there to trip you up. I don't care about TGC as far as, you know, it being a plat event or an elite event or a CC event. This is a Revn event. So I'm going to put things to distract you, to irritate you, to have you cuss me out. I don't care. It's all for a good time. Okay, it's all for a good time. Here we go, another par 5. So I also do like to have risk reward shots, especially for this up tee right here. Like, can you clear this river on this line right here? Maybe if you hit power drive, but if you mess up, you're in the water. If you put it over here, the green is accessible. You put it over here, it's not, but it's safe. So, again, risk reward, par 5, up the hill, and also see this. You would not think this pond is in play, but if you have a little bit of a miscalculation on the right, if your ball lands, let's say right here, does it kick in the water? We'll see. Par 3 coming back the other way over the water. It's just a short little wedge shot, not a big deal. Hole 11. So straight away, this goes up and then 90 degrees up the hill back this way. Or on the up tees. On the up tees, where'd it go? Here it is. On the up tees, I do give you a little alleyway to hit to. It's a very difficult shot. If you pull it off, great. If you don't, well, then that's not going to be good for you. But you can hit it up here and potentially use this little bank. This is here on purpose. Use this little bank to carom it up on top of the green. So, it's up to you. Back the other way. Short-ish par 4. It's kind of a risk-reward drive because everything kind of feeds to that bunker. So play short of it or challenge it and bid it right here. Up to you. Easy green. Par 5. Par 5 over the water. This is a one that, again, I like when people are prepared. Maybe I take it too serious. I don't know. But if you hit it, this is a hole you're going to have to know where you can put your ball in the fairway to not have these trees stymie you. A good tee ball, these trees, I know if it affects you or not, or where to put it. I made it. Those trees are going to be there to influence your decision. You take them on, or do you hit a more strategic tee shot somewhere over here to give you more room to get around? Or do you hit power drive, take on the corner, that way it opens up? Up to you. Okay? I'm giving you risk reward shots, or like I said, I'm gonna test your patience, and you're gonna lose. You will lose at least one time, I promise you. If you put a drive here, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna hit like a wedge shot right there and have an easy wedge shot on the green. I'm not going to go for the eagle. Up to you. I'll give you choices. 14 up the hill to the left here, kind of a nothing short hole, but tricky green, but it's a short hole, so it's got to be tricky. Okay, this is a difficult par 3. I will say this is a harder par 3, kind of a longish. But you do have a backstop here to catch a little bit, but this hole's going to be tough. I'll say that now. This hole's going to be pretty tough, so play it safe. 16, drivable par 4. But again, risk reward. Risk reward. Be careful. Be careful. Okay. Hole 17. Hole 17. It's a long par 3, but I give you plenty of green. I give you a backstop here. This one should be a birdie hole. 18. Up the hill, bending to the left here. And to the left, your ball will be somewhere right in this neck of the woods. And then you're playing to a semi-island green that has a decent slope. Now, again, do you know if your ball trickles off here? Does it roll? Does it roll back into the water? I know if it does or not. Maybe you guys should find out. So, that is Wildcat Mountain, okay? Wildcat Mountain, that will be the first course. The very first course. Okay. Let's go. Again, I'm gonna go back to the next to the Xbox console. I'm doing this because I just don't want to have to edit this thing, 4 or 5 times. So please bear with me as I do this. I want to go it in chronological order. Let me turn off the PlayStation, and I'll turn back on the Xbox. As it goes PlayStation, Xbox, and then 2 PlayStation ones. So hold on. With any luck, I don't have to do anything. I may have to do the audio extractor again. Nice, I don't have to do it. Perfect. Saves me some time. All right. Let's go. Well, thanks for bearing with me on doing this. Swapping over makes it easy on my life. It ever does change over. Come on. All right. All right. Doc, I'm so pumped to get this started. Like, I wanted to get this started like in August, like in like a week or 2, but like, you know what? We'll wait till TGC's done, because you don't want to overwhelm people doing TGCs and other society events. This will be a nice little gap filler. I'm stoked. All right, so the next one. Sorry. The next one, course number 2, will be Wildcat Hills. Wildcat Hills is going to be course number 2. You have Wildcat Forest. Now you have Wildcat Hills. So this is going to be the next step up. Okay, it's not going to be as easy as the first event. Okay, it's not going to be crazy difficult, but you are going to start to see, damn, this is not that easy. Okay, here we go. This is Wildcat Hills, and I will say it's Wildcat Hills for a reason. Okay, there's your opening tee shot. Right up the gut, and you can see there's hills. Okay, I say it a lot during TGC. I hate weird undulated green, or not greens, but fairways that'll bounce everywhere. Anyway, all right, opening tee shot. Okay, and This is going to be a hey, how are you? All right, opening tee shot. And like I said before, some holes during some rounds are going to be easy, some will be difficult. Okay, like this right here. If this hole, this pin, pretty easy. This hole, this pin, going to be one of the hard ones. Okay, so it makes a difference. So hopefully you can already start to see this is going to be a little bit more difficult. And it's not hard, just more difficult than the first one. Okay. Hole 2, straightaway par 5-ish up the hill. Take this on or more right, up to you. You can see kind of the rolling hills of the fairways up the hill, and then here's the par 5. Now, I do like, in this one and the next course, you'll see 2-tiered greens. I like those in real life and in this game because it gives you a smaller target, but a bigger margin of error to use slopes and stuff. I like that. So if you don't, tough break. Hole 3 down the hill here. And this is pretty standard, nothing crazy. This might be this next hole. Mark this down. Write this down. Clip it, whatever. Hole 4, Wildcat Hills. And hole 13, Wildcat Falls. You'll see it. But hole 4 is on Wildcat Hills is probably either my first or second favorite hole in this whole event. This is it. Hole 4. Short, par 4, but diabolical. You can see the fairway is this way, bunker here. The green is pretty well protected, but I can tell you a well placed drive will stay on the green. I can tell you that. I've done it. Play tested it enough times to know. Or you can lay it up here, or you can lay it up way back here. But this is why I tell you I'm gonna test your patience, and I'm gonna say this right now, and people will still not do it. The prudent play is right here, and you have a wedge shot. But it's just for whatever reason, people aren't gonna do that because the hole's 300 yards. They don't want to hit 5-iron wedge. Okay, hey, you don't have to. That's fine. You can make birdie, hitting driver in 3-wood. Sure. So up to you. This is my favorite hole. I will love watching people play this hole. Hole 5 up the hill, par 5. Nothing crazy here. Nothing crazy. Again, you can start to see little 2-tiered greens. But I will say too, to my credit, hopefully, if your ball is on the proper tier, you're gonna have a pretty makeable putt. Okay, so just if you're on the right tier, you should have a good opportunity. Down the hill, up the hill, par 5. Again, I'm gonna test you. How close do you want to push to this bunker? You want to put it back here? You can do that. You want to test this out? Up to you. But it's a pretty easy hole. This should be a birdie hole. As you can see, like I said, 2-tiered greens, but if you put it on the right spot, the putts are very makeable. Hole 7, gravelable par 4. This is a good hole too. This is all about your wedge control. This is all about your wedge control and strategy right here. Hole 8, back around. A little bit of a target shot up here. Hole 9, longish par 4 through the woods back towards the clubhouse, and this kind of goes away from it. Hole 7, long par 4 from the tips. Sorry, hole 10. Where did hole 7 from? Long par 4 from the tips, kind of wraps around the other way now. Again, however much you want to bite off, go ahead. This course is going to be also about angles and where you put your ball. Do not miss the fairway, and do not, by all costs, do not get on the wrong side of the hole. You will be punished. Stay in position. Sometimes an uphill chip is better than a 25-foot downhill putt. Just saying. This is a strategy hole too. Short par 4. This par 5 up. It's kind of like a double dog leg left and then right. This way here. This is a pretty easy hole. Hole 13, downhill par 3. Pretty decent wedge shot. Nothing hard about it. Okay, it's pretty flat green. Just make sure you hit your number, hit your points. 14 straight away. The approach shot is what makes it more difficult. It's kind of like a flat approach, but on a humpy, bumpy fairway. You see here. Like I said, if you're on this right spot, it's a pretty makeable putt. If you miss it, okay, or you know what, if the pin's back here and you don't want to take on this, I give you an option. Use the slope, roll it off here. That's why I like 2-tier greens. It gives you some slope to work with, for some creativity. 15. We go here. And then 16, I like this hole. This is a fun hole. I'll be anxious to see how people play this hole. 16 straight away par 5 sort of. And you're going to have a decision to make. Where do you go? You can see falls off. Now, does your ball roll into the water? Yep. And then 17, long par 3. And then 18. I always try to give you at least a risk-reward shot on 18. I try to. On every course I've made. Like, so the last hole, or the last course, Wildcat Mountain, you have that par 5 up the hill. If you hit a good shot, you got an eagle putt. If you don't, you're in the water. And then so you have a par 4. You can prudent play as layup to the left, either here or take on the dog leg here, up to you, or try to knock it on. You can see I give you a little bumper right here. If your ball's coming in hot, hit that bumper and come back, or it could maybe crest over in this bunker. Or, if you hit it right here, what happened, or here, does it go this way in an awkward spot? It's up to you. How you want to play it. Okay? And then Revn live in the back. Okay? That is Wildcat Hills. Okay, that is Wildcat Hills. Now we're going to get into some of the difficulty stuff. Not impossible, just difficult. Let me quit out of this. I'm going to go back to PlayStation. I apologize. I'll probably have to do my audio extractor again. I would imagine. Please no, please no, please no, please no. It saves me about 10 seconds. Please. Please. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Be it for the audio extractor. Good deal. Okay. All right. All right, yeah, no more swapping over. All right, third course. And this was brought back from 2K23 when I made it. So these last two courses are the two courses that came from Revn Cup 2020. Well, I guess 2K23. Revn Cup 2024 and 2K23. These last two courses were that were imported. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on, you guys have things to do. Let's get you out of here. Let's get this strategy and go. I'm losing control. All right. Let's go here, and let's go here. All right, here we go. Wildcat Forest. Number 3. You have Wildcat Mountain. You have Wildcat Hills. And now you have Wildcat Forest. Wildcat Forest. Like I said, this came from the last game. I've updated it some, changed a little bit of something. It was, I will say, admittingly, it was a little bit bland because I did make it pretty fast last year. I think I've made it a little bit better. I think, but you know, the bones are there, but you know, at least it looks, I think, a little bit better than what it did. Okay. This course, again, fairways. In this course, maybe more than any of them, 2 things. You gotta be below the hole. You have to sit there. Listen to me. Listen. You have to be below the hole. And 2, you have to be on the proper side of the hole. Not just below the hole, but the proper side of the hole. Keep your ball in play. Find the green. Okay. Hole 1, short par 4. Short par 4. But again, you can start to see the green starts to get a little bit more dicey than even the first one, okay? Now, does your drive get up here? If you go for it, does it get up here? Does it creep up here? Maybe, maybe not. If it doesn't, what happens? It rolls back down here and goes to here. Now you've got an awkward spot, and I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna test you. Hole 2, tough hole. It doesn't. All the rounds, hole 2 is a tough hole. Okay, downhill par 3, and the green is very well protected. Okay, this hole back. This hole is a tough hole when the pin is back here. Once you start to get onto this course, okay, once you hit event 3, once you hit Wildcat Forest, I can promise you, you will have bogeys, maybe even doubles, but you will have bogeys. I promise. Even on good shots, you're going to get unlucky breaks. I will also say, too, I've tried my damnedest, especially on the courses that have been imported, like this one and the next one, to eliminate ghost breaks. But the imported courses do have issues sometimes with ghost breaks. There is one I know on I think it's hole 14, like pin 2, I believe, in this course. But anyway, it happens. Tough break. Rub of the green. Okay? Just be prepared. Do not give up. Have patience. You are not the only person that's going to make bogeys on this course. I promise. Okay, hole 3, pretty easy par 5, depending on the winds and stuff. Pretty straight away. Nothing crazy. This hole's going to get some people. And so this is designed very flat for a reason. It's very off-putting, especially from right here. It's just very off-putting to see that flatness. That's on purpose. It's hard to get that depth perception, even though it's a video game, and you know the numbers, the math in front of you. It's just hard to get that depth. Okay. This is a homage to 2K23 Rev calibration. If you know, you know. I'll give you there's a backstop to work it to the holes, so it's not impossible. Okay. This hole 5 is going to be a tough hole. It's going to be a tough hole depending on the wind. One day you might hit driver. One day you may just hit 4-iron to put it in play. Okay. People are going to screw this hole up. You will as well. And if you think, well, I'm not, you will screw this hole up. I promise you, you will. Bends around the corner. Why? Because you're going to go for something stupid or you're going to miss your numbers. This is a very tough green. Okay? This is a very tough green. But if you hit your number, you'll be fine. Hole 6. Hole 6. This does look a little bit bare because I don't have crowd turned on for this, but you will have crowds and stuff, so don't worry about that. Hole 6. This hole right here was my favorite to start off with because this is where my good friend Wobie Killen my good friend Wobie Killen was not happy with me the last Revn Cup on this hole. Okay, it's a straightaway par 5, but again, I'm gonna make you make a decision. You were gonna make a decision. Do you go for this little neck? Do you lay it back here, make it a 3-shot hole? Up to you. And then even then, you're gonna make a decision. How close do you want to get? Do you want to go for it? Because this green is diabolical, but it should be. Okay, it's a short-ish par 5. Okay, like this hole here, pretty accessible. This hole here, I don't know. So again, just I want you to make decisions. Not like it's not going to be just a brain dead point A to point B. If you do that, it'll work until you get yourself out of position because you didn't think of something. Oh shit! You know what? I'd rather have a 90-yard wedge shot than this unstoppable putt that will not hold the green. Just saying. Think about it. Hole 7, and I will say I do give you some generous fairways, especially on the front side of this course, because I think too a lot of the fun is I want you to have the opportunity to make decisions. If you're in the rough, you're in the rough, but I want you to have the opportunity to make decisions. So I want to give you some good fairways. Hole 8 down the hill. This is I remember Suicidal Bot had a hole-in-one on this hole. Cost me, I think at the time, like $15. I don't remember what it was, but I think he holed it out to this whole location right here. Is what it was. But you can see it, like, so this hole right here is pretty easy. This hole back here, not so much. So the wind's going to matter, and the pin locations are going to matter. And this hole here, hey, hole 9. Hole 9, Wildcat Forest. Don't screw this up. I'm warning you, but you're just not going to heed my advice. I'm not going to point out the obvious, okay? Okay, just don't screw it up. Hole 9. There you go. Hole 9. Hole 10. Here we go. Pretty, this hump can cause some trouble here. This green can be difficult. Especially this pin location back here can be difficult. Like I said, maybe it's better. Hey, I'm not going to go for this, okay? Because if I hit it and I'm short, does it roll? Does it roll? Does it roll? Does it roll? I know if it does or not because I've tested it. You don't, unless you test it your own self. Maybe it's better just to be a little safe. You know what? I'm going to play a little bit long. Because right here is better than me coming up short and seeing what happens. I can just do this, have a super flop or whatever, and go about my... Like I said, every hole is not designed to be a birdie hole unless you hit a phenomenal shot. And that can happen. Hole 11. I like this hole. Up the hill, wrap around, par 5 to the left. It's this way, around the bend, and then down the chute here. This hole is very gettable. This hole is very gettable. You should walk away with a 4 here. And then here's the hole. This is the hole. Poor Wobie killing in this hole. I've changed the tee locations, and I've changed a couple trees here. But poor Wobie killing. I wanted to put a plaque right here because a tee was right here, and I had some trees. Poor Wobie killing. You can cut the corner. You can cut the corner, especially from up here. Is that the best play or not? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so you can work it around using this hump right here and having a mid iron, short iron, or like I said, especially from this up tee, you can cut the corner. Okay, so up to you. 13. This is a birdie hole, maybe even an eagle hole. It's a par 4. Just don't get out of position. If you're out of position, then you're gonna kick yourself because it's an easy hole. But if you were out of position, you're gonna make par. You're gonna be irritated. Okay. Hole 14. This is gonna be a little bit tricky hole, especially that pin location on the left. Just be careful with that. Hole 15. Straightaway par 4. Again, these shadows are here on purpose. Okay, these shadows to me they're off-putting. Right? They don't look good. They don't look good. It's on purpose. I want you to have like a sense of irritation when you play this. And that's what makes it fun for me. Deal with it. Okay. And we got pretty easy hole locations. This one's a little bit more difficult, but you have plenty of slopes to work with. 16. Okay, up through the chute here, through the trees. The up tees are right here. However much you want to bite off of this, you can. Okay. Now this is one of this right here is a gut check hole. Either hit your points or you don't. Okay. Especially with this hole location right here. Either you hit your points or you don't. Okay. Obviously, don't be short right. 17. Did you see Revn on the right or left? I mean, don't be short. Don't be short. 17. Pretty standard par 3. 18. I'm gonna get people on this hole. I will. 18 down the hill. Down the hill back towards the club shop, pro shop. This right here is open range. Just hit as far as you can. But like I said, don't miss the fairway. Put it down here, and then you can see here. I gave you the advice. Middle of the green. Okay. Somewhere in here is fine. But it's a par 5. But if you're out of position on this green complex, like off the green somewhere, that's going to be tough, and you're going to be kicking yourself, going, "Damn it! I should have just laid it up." Again, risk reward. That's the name of the game. You will make bogeys on this course, I promise you. So it's not just you. Others will as well. Okay? That's number 3. That's Wildcat Forest. And now we are on to the crown jewel of Revn Cup 2025. Yes. Yes, it is the legendary. It is the legendary Wildcat Falls. It's a course name that is whispered in reverence. Keyword reverence. This is it. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is Revn Cup. Okay, this is gonna test everything you got. I promise. You will make bogeys. You will probably make doubles. But like I said at the very, very start of this, I tested everything myself with all the conditions. Some holes are extremely difficult. where some putts are going to be hard to stay on the green. Why? Because you're out of position. But they will stay if you're in position. Okay. So only a couple holes. I don't dick punch you the whole time. This is going to challenge everything. Wildcat Falls. Here we go. This has changed a little bit from last year, but the bones are still the same. Okay. Opening tee shot. Important to hit the fairway, because you're going to have distance control to this green. As you can see, you're going to have distance control. Fairways are premium, or you're going to have a long day. Okay. This next hole is one of my favorite on this course. Down the hill, par 3. See the nice little waterfall there, nice little water feature. And the hill, par 3. It's pretty flat green. Just hit your number. Turn back around here. Par 5, kind of, dog leg right around the bend here. Is your up tee, back tee. Dog leg right around the bend. Again, I want you to make choices. I want you to have consequences for those choices, whether it's a good shot or bad shot. Or you know what? Sometimes you can hit. Here, clip this right now. Blow it up. Whatever you gonna do. Sometimes you can hit a really good shot, but it is the wrong shot. Keep that in mind. You can hit a really good shot, but it's the wrong shot. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, par 5, got a pop bunker here to catch any balls that are astray. Just again, this is a birdie hole, but just don't misplay it. Okay, next hole, par 4, up tees, back tees, coming back down the river here, down to the bottom. This is the low point of the course for the most part, and this might be the most challenging approach shot. Is this hole here, up the hill to a green that's pretty well protected and segmented off. Again, don't be out of position, and don't miss the fairway. And we got par 4 here. This is drivable in some of the rounds. It is drivable. But again, I'm going to have you make decisions. Do you take it on? Do you pull it a little bit left and go in the water? It's up to you. Up to you. You'll start to get that feeling of, do I or don't I on this course? Okay, par 3. This is a tough tee shot here. That's a beautiful tee. I like this tee shot. Okay, you're gonna start going around the lake. Around the lake you go. Okay, and the up tees, it's drivable. Around the lake. So the lake has changed. I changed the whole lake from last year. Fairway bends around to your target here. Okay, here's your green. Hole 8, par 5, up the hill. Now listen here, boys and girls. Listen here. I beg you, you're not going to do it. You're going to be like, Revn, I got this. I can do this. This hole, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you on this hole. There's nothing you can do. I'm going to get you. Par 5, hole 8, just blast it over the bunker here, and you will have a shot to get to the green in 2. Here's the green complex. Okay, here you go. Hole 9. Depending on the round, it is drivable. Or you can lay it up right here in the fairway, or take a shot and knock it on. See maybe if you can get a good bounce up the hill to where you want it to be on the green. Up to you. Okay. Hole 10. Up tee box, back tee box. A pretty standard par 3, nothing crazy. Just hit a good shot. Like back here's a tough shot, but back here is a pretty easy shot. So It kind of depends on the round and the conditions. Hole 11, this is a fun tee shot. Just pound it. Pound it down the hill. You can see how far down it is. Pound it down the hill. Okay. Be careful of the bunker. Be careful of this water here. Okay. You can see where the green complex is. Like I said, like this hole here is easy. This hole, not so much. So it just depends. All right. Hole 12, going back down the hill again still. Back to the lighthouse. Here we go. This green is very flat. You can see that it's hard to get a depth perception. Although you say that it's dumb in a video game, but it's off-putting, right? It's just very off-putting. There's nothing behind that green to give you a depth perception. So you can see it's kind of segmented off here. Hole 13, ladies and gentlemen. This is the signature hole of Revn Cup 2025. You had Wildcat Hills, hole 4, and you have this one, hole 13, Wildcat Falls. This is it. Mark this. Mark it down. This is going to make or break a round. Mark it. Long par 4, back tee boxes. Okay. Pretty generous fairway. Very generous fairway. Okay. A little bit riveted. And then you're hitting down to the cliffside green. But you're only hitting like a short iron. Maybe a mid iron. Okay. It's not that difficult, but people are going to screw it up. And I'm here for it. The green down the cliff. This is a tough hole. This is okay. Tough hole, man. Best of luck. 14 up the hill, par 5. This is an easy hole. There's nothing here to really get you. This should be a birdie every single time. Even when the pin's on the left, if you play it smart, this should be a birdie every single time, if not a eagle. 15 down the hill, par 3. You got a couple of the holes that are accessible. Like I said earlier, I put this hole back here in the shadow. It's off-putting. You don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like putting to that hole in that shadow. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. Deal with it. It's my money. Okay. But yeah, it's not difficult. Just, again, make sure you're in position. 16. This is a drivable par 4, depending on the tees and the conditions. So, again, you can go for it. If you're out of position, it's going to be very hard to get it up and down. But, risk reward. Make it, I want you to think. 17. Here we go. Little something to consider right here. I want the last two holes, especially if you're in the hunt or if you're playing well or just because, I want the last two holes to test you. I want you to hit not a good shot, the correct shot. Like I said earlier, especially on this course, quote me and clip it. You can hit a great shot. You can hit a good shot, but it may not be the correct shot. And you can still be severely punished by a good shot or a great shot. Why? Because it wasn't correct. So I want these next two holes, 17 and 18, you're going to have to man up or woman up or sack up or whatever. You're going to have to pick up yourself by the bootstraps and play them very well. Okay. 17, small green. Now again, does this roll into the water? I know if it does or not. You don't yet. Maybe play a practice round. Up to you. 18 coming home. 18. One of the this might be my favorite approach shot to a par 5. In any courses I've made. So it's a pretty generous fairway. Just make sure you miss this bunker. Just miss the bunker. Or even put it back here somewhere. Just miss the bunker. You can lay it up. That'd be just fine. or again, you have a pretty narrow green to receive it, but I changed it up a little bit. I gave this a little bit more slope, so it kind of goes up the hill a little bit. So if you want to get really dicey, if you want to do some damage, the ball will stop if you land it right here in the fringe. It will pop up and be in the middle of the green. Well, how do I know that? I play tested it. So that is Wildcat Falls. This will be the hardest test. Like I said, the overall theme of this is going to be you can hit a good or a great shot, but it may not be the correct shot. And I promise you, I will punish you every single time if you do not hit the correct shot. Now, the correct shot may be different in my head as your head, but that's too bad. So, all this being said, a few things to take away from this. This is meant to be a fun event. Okay, it's a fun event. TGC will be done for a couple of months, so it'll fill a gap there. You have a chance to win some money. It's pretty low pressure. You know, it's something to kind of to do and have fun with and be a part of. Post some cool or unfortunate clips that happened last year. Some of those were pretty funny, or some great shots. So I urge you, I encourage you rather, go to the Discord, sign up. There is zero what's what I'm looking for? Skill level that is needed. It's open for anybody that wants to play. You don't have to have a TGC rank. Doesn't matter. You can be a casual player. Doesn't matter. So sign up, enjoy, and then stay tuned for some announcements as we get closer into it. There will be a test event a few weeks before the first event, just to make sure, like I said, some bugs are worked out, if any, and some timing. Other than that, that is it. So please sign up, and you know what? I will see you on the first tee. Revn Cup 2025. Take care.